Good evening, everybody. Michael, Soothing here. I thought tonight what we would talk about is vitamins and supplements. I have a tub here of all kinds of things that I use for vitamins and supplements. See, a whole bunch of stuff. Now, I don't know whether I've actually used any of this stuff, or whether I'm ever going to, or whether I just got it in the hopes I would use it at some point in time. But nonetheless, we can root through this and see what's in here. And I'll tell you if I think it's good, bad, or indifferent, okay? Yeah. I also have, that's not my only tub. Of course, I have here also this big giant. I showed you one of these before, but the other one I showed you was what's in my junk box. This is a different but similar one, and it's like full of vitamins and supplements also. Maybe we should start with this big one. I don't know, because it's got quite a bit in it. I think we will start with this big one. We have in here, oh, that's a medication. I can't show you that because it's got all my name and information on it. Besides, I don't think I want you to know every single thing I might take, which actually is very little. Here we have some quick dissolving vitamin B12, methylcobalamin. This is a real strong one. It's 5,000 micrograms, which is a pretty big dose. You put it under your tongue and it dissolves and absorbs that way. Now, B12 is important for cognitive function, and I've told you before, I'm concerned about the decline of cognitive function, and so this is good for neurobiological health, and I think my cognitive function is actually improving a bit as the stress levels decline. What do we have next? We have some ibuprofen. This is for back pain, in my case anyway. Inflammation, which happens from time to time and causes severe back pain, but I got a brand new queen size bed, and it's a softer mattress which conforms better to me, and I'm finding that helped tremendously. So if you're suffering from chronic back pain, you might think about a new bed, okay? Or at least a new bed partner. Okay, no, I didn't say. All right. What is this doing in my supplement box? A big thing of pepper. I guess pepper can be medicinally beneficial. I think I'll put this in the kitchen, though, when I'm done here. I don't think it belongs in there. Oh, look. An unused pill splitter. That's what that is. So if you have a big horse pill, or you don't want to take a full dose of whatever it is you've been prescribed, you can use one of these handy pill splitters. You can see I haven't been doing a lot of pill splitting lately, since it's still in its original wrapper. I'm quite sensitive to medication, so if the doctor says, take one of these each day, I'm liable to chop it in half and take a half, unless it's, something really important like an antibiotic or something. Now here we have vitamin C. C, vitamin C, okay? That was a pun in case you're dense, okay. Which I know you're not, because my subbies are some of the most intelligent subbies on earth. Oh, this is some vitamin B12 from a foreign country. See, it says Dansk Pharmaceutisk Industrie Vegetabilisk, which means it's a vegan form of B12. That's methylcobalamin, and that's much better for you than the cyanocobalamin, the artificial or animal-based type. So I recommend you pay a little more for methylcobalamin, but it's what you want. You don't want that other crap because it doesn't work very well or absorb very well. Here we have zinc. Have I used any of these yet? It looks like I have because the bottle is open. Zinc as a supplement all the time might not be a super great idea in any kind of high dosage because it will kill your taste buds. However, if you're coming down with a cold and you take some zinc, especially if you let it sort of dissolve in your mouth, even though it tastes nasty, it can help prevent the cold, okay? I'm not saying this because I'm like, trying to play doctor. I will come back for another doctor role play though. Or saying it like people think, vitamin C and others are a miracle cure. I'm saying it because it's been well proven. Zinc kills off viruses readily. That's why it's in nasal form Zicam. If you catch a cold, a rhinovirus, how come my glasses are always, crooked? Is it because I'm just kind of weird? Okay, because I'm an Aspie, sort of like a, crazy professor type guy. All right. Oh, here's one of my favorites. Cinnamon. This is good for those with type 2 diabetes, which I am self-curing through diet and exercise. It helps support sugar metabolism, see? And also, unlike taking a garlic supplement or something like that, it ends up leaving a nice sort of flavor down deep in your palate instead of, some really nasty tasting thing. It also supports heart and circulatory health. I do use cinnamon. I put the powdered form heavily into unsweetened applesauce, and then I add some Truvia, which is a nice natural low-calorie sweetener with very little sugar in it, and that makes for a great applesauce snack. But the pill form, I take these on occasion also. All right, so then we have omega-3s, wild Alaskan salmon oil. Let's see if this smells foul. There goes my glasses being all crooked again. They just do that on my head because I'm a little bit, I've got a funny shaped skull. It's not too bad. It's got a slightly fishy scent, but it's not nearly as bad as the krill capsules that I have. Those things are foul. Foul, I tell you. All right. How about Berberine Plus? I can't remember why I got this. I think you're supposed to use it in combination with something else to help with cognition. It says it's for immune support, but I think really what I read the research I read said you could use this in combination with B12 or something, and it would be very helpful for cognitive function. But I haven't been using it. This here, metformin, is a prescription. I've blocked the relevant personal information with my thumb, but this stuff is for diabetes, and what it does, it's a big horse tablet. Let me show you. Pretty big tablet. See, do you have a hard time swallowing big pills? I don't like to swallow big pills. This is one of those things that I found was a candidate for pill splitting. Although in this case, I don't need a pill splitter, because I can take one of these tablets and go like this and break it in half pretty easy. So I'll put the two halves back and not take any right now. I would only use this if my blood sugar was testing high for an extended period. Right now I'm not taking it at all because it has a few nasty side effects. It's a sugar eater in your system. The Greek form of the actual technical medication, it means literally sugar eater, and it helps sop up some of the sugar in your circulatory system, so that, you know, if you're insulin resistant, this will help you not have high blood sugar. And so it works for that purpose. I've tested it by testing my blood sugar with the medication and without, and it does drop it by, 20, 25 points or so. But it has some unfortunate side effects, which I don't want to go into in great detail. Let's just say digestive effects, and it also makes you feel sleepy and low energy. And I don't like feeling sleepy and low energy, okay? I get enough of that on my own without any help from medication. All right, so how about epinephrine nasal spray? Soothing. Hey, like my name, right? Soothing. Like my screen name. 12-hour relief. This helps in cold winter days, or if you have a cold. I was recently in Europe, in Scandinavia, in Denmark, and it was cold over there. But then when I got home to Oregon, there was a massive ice storm and things like that. We were like the last flight in before the flights got canceled, so I was lucky. Flew in from Iceland. That was the connection. And it was warmer in Iceland than it was in Portland. Okay, so usually Oregon doesn't get snow and ice. When I got out here to the coast, it wasn't that cold, but over there in Portland it was. Here's some liquid vitamin D. I just took some a little while ago, so I can't take any more right now. But this is especially important for several things. It's circulatory and bone health and skin health and everything under the sun. Immune system. This is a vegan version, which is, again, much better for you than the lanolin animal-based version, and absorbs better and works better. Let's see if they say what it's derived from. Rice bran oil. Oh, and a base of rice bran oil. But what does it come from? It doesn't say, but I'm sure I could look it up on the internet. It's made in the UK, this one. It's made from some kind of plant, but I don't know which kind. So, free from gluten and this and that and dairy and lactose. Anyway, see, you manufacture vitamin D in large quantities if you're out in the sun in the summer during the warmer part of the day. But in the winter, it's really important to have it, or any days you're not going out in the sun, you should take some vitamin D. Uh-oh, here's the krill oil I was telling you about. And I'm going to take a whiff and report back to you what I find. Oh, that's bad. Have you ever been to the ocean when something had died, okay, or like seaweed that has, been around a long time? It's hard to believe you can take this and not get sick, but from what I've read, people swear by it. And I've taken a few and I didn't get sick. But I would never take this if I was going on a date later in the day, okay? So, because I would be fearful it would come out of my pores or something. I would take this at night before bed to get the super effects of the omega-3s and all of that stuff. Okay, more B12. I sure have a lot of this, so I've got a lifetime supply, I think, of B12. It's good stuff, though. Oh, I haven't started on this yet because I'm trying to see if my memory and cognition improves with diet and exercise. But if I get to a plateau point, I'm going to try this proven remedy, which you see advertised all the time on TV, Prevagen. It's derived from jellyfish, of all things, and it's not a quack remedy. There's a very good long-term double-blind study that shows it can improve your memory if you're older, like some of us. You could improve your memory by 20 to 40% over time, but you have to use it every day for like 3 months to see that effect. It doesn't work just right off the bat. It does something to the neurobiology of, the neural synapses of the brain. Here's a medicine that's old, but I'm still keeping it, even though it's 10 years old. No, 11 years old. You're going to say, ooh, that's dangerous. You're never supposed to keep a medicine past it. But in this case, it's not dangerous. What it is I'm covering the relevant information that's personal. It's Scopase. And what Scopase is like the world's best motion sickness medicine, much better than Dramamine and stuff like that. It doesn't make you exhausted like those medicines do, and it doesn't make you feel really weird, at least not to the same degree. Plus, it's more effective. And the reason I need this is I used to go out fishing on the Pacific Ocean with my friend Walter, and we would catch king salmon or lingcod or halibut, or pull up his crab pots and get nice big Dungeness crab fresh, right? But I get seasick out there because the Pacific is very wild, especially during fishing season, okay? Other than maybe a few weeks in September and October when it calms down, but the rest of the time there's big rollers all the time, constantly. You can't escape it. So you're on this boat and you're going like this the whole time, okay? So if you get motion sick, all right, Scopase. comes in a patch form also. What's this one? Oh, this is for anxiety. But now that I don't stand in front of CEOs and people like that trying to give presentations on what they're doing wrong in the rocket science business, I don't have to take it anymore. Paxil. It's an anti-anxiety medication, but I'm still keeping it just in case I have to ever do anything that will make me really tense, you know? Maybe if I'm in the final table at the World Series of Poker or something, but even then I don't think I would, because it would probably inhibit my thought processes in some way that would be detrimental to gameplay. You have to do several kinds of calculations when you're in a poker tournament, and I don't mean just math. I mean you have to look at odds, implied odds, reverse implied odds. You have to read all of your opponents. You have to calculate exactly what they're doing, what they think you're doing, what they think you think they think you're doing. And of course, you have to calculate pot odds as well. And of course, odds that you're going to make your hand or not, odds that a bluff will be successful, odds that you're being bluffed versus the size of the pot. All these calculations have to be done simultaneously and very, very quickly before you make a decision on whether to check, raise, fold, call, whatever you're doing in the hand. Let me give you one example. This is where some people go wrong. Let's say I'm heads up with a guy, which means at the very end, there's me and one opponent, right? And I missed my flush draw, so I didn't make the hand I was hoping for. But I have a weak pair, right? And my opponent's been showing all kinds of strength throughout the hand. And on the end, he bets $10 into a $100 pot. So now there's $110 out there, right? I look at my hand and I say, I'm almost certain I'm beat. Should I throw the hand away? Well, probably not, and I'll tell you why. Because the pot is laying me 11-1. That means if there's even a 1 in 10 chance my opponent is bluffing, then I have to call him. So I have to assess, is this an opponent who is capable of bluffing on the river with no hand? Say he started with 2 cards in his hand that were ace, king, right? Very good, powerful starting hand. But on the end, the board is a bunch of rags, like deuce, 4, 5, 8, 10, right? So he made nothing, no pair, all right? But I have a weak pair, like, I was on a flush draw and made a pair of 4s on the river. So he makes that bet, and I have to ask myself then, do I save $10 if I think I'm beat? Or do I call the 10 and hope that he will bluff at least one time in 10 in this situation? If it's the second, I should always call, right? So if you didn't follow any of that, that's okay. Maybe it put you to sleep. All right, what else do we have here? Sudafed, PE. I get congested a lot, lots of allergies, right? I'm allergic to pretty much everything but water, okay? I don't really have food allergies, but, plants and pollen and cold air, stuff like that. Pretty good about pets, not too allergic to them. Here's something called memory maintenance. I have not tried this yet. It's sunflowers and blueberries. And I don't know what else. But the thing about these supplements is, to figure out if they work, you'd have to have an objective way to test for it. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to come up with an objective test, like, say, for example, a random sequence of numbers from a random number generator that I can get online. There's lots of ways to do that for free. I'll generate number sequences of 10 and print them out from a random number generator. Then I will take the sheet of paper and I will read the 10 numbers. I'll turn the paper over. I'll wait 20 seconds and then see how good I can do writing down those 10 numbers and score it. At the end, flip it over and see how I did. I could devise several different kinds of tests like that and come up with a total score. Then test myself once a week or once a month or once a quarter, trying to keep conditions the same each time, same time of day, same kind of meal, same kind of amount of sleep, all that kind of thing, to try to equalize the other factors and make sure they're not. And then I could see if I have a decline, an improvement, or a stasis condition. So if I was staying the same or showing a slight decline, then I could phase in a supplement like that Prevagen for, say, 3 months and test myself again. That would be a valid way to test yourself. Another type of ibuprofen for back pain. Another bottle of Cinnamon. If you're older like me, you remember a song from the 1960s called Cinnamon. There were a couple. There was Cinnamon Girl, and then there was another one called, I don't remember the name, but it was like, Cinnamon, let me in. He's trying to get in through the front door or something. I don't think I'll show you this one. Yeah, I don't think I will. Just for a second, let's see if you can read that. More B12. I have, I think, 3,000 bottles of vitamin B12, give or take a couple. Here's another kind of vitamin D instead of the drops, in case I want to take a little capsule instead, right? I like these because I like the way they look in the light, Do you think that makes them more effective? If I like the way they look. What's this? Menthol cough drops. Very good when you have a bad. My throat's a little scratchy. I think I'm going to have one of these right now. What do you think? This is, what's this brand? Oh, it's a Safeway generic brand. Menthol Honey Lemon. Let's see if it tastes like honey and lemon. It came out of the wrapper pretty easily. Sometimes they're really stuck in the wrapper when the moisture level is high, the humidity. And that's always a big drag, isn't it? Okay. Oh, we have sunscreen here. Don't really need this in Oregon in December, though. Oil-free faces, fragrance-free, and will not clog your pores. Okay? CVS. I'll try that about May or so when I go fishing. Can you explain to me what a man's fragrance is doing in my supplement tub? Azzaro. I think I've had this for a long time. It's probably gone bad by now. No, it's actually pretty good. Smell that. Not bad, huh? I put some on my finger. Okay. No, I think, yeah. I think that's pretty good stuff. I'm going to put this in the bathroom because I think it's pretty good stuff. Whatever's in it evidently doesn't change chemical composition very easily because I think I've had it a long. Here's some antacid tablets, a generic form of Tums, but you know, this is a very good way to do calcium if you need some calcium. It absorbs so much better than, and look here, it's assorted fruit flavors. This is again the generic Safeway brand. You know, if you're going to buy something and it's exactly the same in the well-known national brand label versus the generic store label, it's usually made in the same factory, by the way, with two different labels put on. Are you the type that likes to pay 40% more so you can buy the brand name? Because I'm not that person. This is an asthma inhaler. I get a little asthma like maybe twice a year when I'm having bad allergies, but not very often. What else require here? I needed this the other day. Cortisone 10 cream with aloe. Yeah, this is when you have like your skin has an itchy spot or something and you need a little healing cream on it, or you have a cut or something like that. Cortisone. Sometimes it helps, you know, if you have a little area of dry skin in the winter or something like that. Once again, I get baffled what I find in here. Tresemme hairspray for traveling in the little travel size, sitting in my supplement tub. Explain that to me, because I can't. More zinc for colds. What else? Stacker 2 Herbal Dietary Supplement. World's strongest fat burner. If you think this works, I have a very excellent pyramid scheme that I'd like you to buy into, okay? So, what else? What's this down here? I have no idea. Good grief. This looks like a woman's earring, but it's got a magnet on it, so that can't be what it is. Oh wait, I think no, it's got a magnet permanently attached and some kind of interesting stone, see? Looks like an opal. And then it's got this stuff dangling from it, like, what do they call that? Victorian sort of jewelry. But see, it's got a magnet back there that's permanently affixed to this. So I don't know what that is. But I'll figure it out at some point. And as to why it is in my tub, that baffles me completely. I'm going to keep that out and put it in a trivia drawer. Here's another brain supplement, something called PS. whatever that is. It is phosphodiesterine. Yeah, okay, right. Microcrystalline cellular. Okay, I don't know. I'll have to study up on it, but I've never taken any. I'm quite sure. Yeah. Like all of these, though, makes a nice sound when you rotate it. Okay. Anything else? We have, oh, why did I do this? I have a baggie full of aspirin. Why did I take them out of the aspirin jar and put them in this bag? I think it was because I was going to put them in my suitcase or something for when I'm traveling. Because I have a jar of aspirin in the kitchen right by my normal vitamin supplements, which I don't have in front of me. The one I usually take is a multivitamin, a vitamin D, which I showed you already, liquid form, and a B12. So, anything else? What's this? This isn't even for a guy. Oh wait, it is. It is for a guy. Vera Wang for men. Okay. Aftershave balm. Well, I'm trying to grow my beard and mustache back more evenly because it was getting weird. It was getting, out of balance. So, this doesn't really smell like anything. And I don't know how fresh it is. I'm not sure if I should keep it. But maybe I'll try it after shaving and see. I'll keep this out and stick it in my bathroom. I'm still settling in, and I will be for quite a while. Oh, I wondered where this went. The base for my electric toothbrush. It still has a charge, but when I moved, I couldn't find the base. So there it is. But it's stuck to something. It was stuck to, it looks like they could be mouse turds, but see there, a baggie of mouse turds. But what that actually is, my memory's getting better because I know what this is. I had put some semi-sweet chocolate bits in a baggie. Why, I don't know. And they melted. Although there's a handful up here, they're not melted. Can you see them? They're not melted into the general glob. I think this thing got in the sun when I moved. I'm going to try one of the non-melted ones and see if they're still any good. I'm not supposed to eat a lot of this, but that's pretty small. Won't hurt me. Yes, I still have the cough drop. That's on this side, but I'm going to chew the chocolate on this side, so it's okay. My palate is distinguishing between the two sides. My left brain is processing one side, and my right brain, that's pretty good. I think even the melty bits might be edible. Let's check and see. So, I'm going to save that because I'm not detecting any real degradation in the chocolate. Which usually when it gets like that, it's, really foul. And then we have, what's this? Oh, a comb. I don't really need a new comb, particularly for the amount of hair that I have. About a wad of cotton. It looks like cotton candy when you hold it like this, but I dare not lick it, you know. Reminds me of that old joke I think I told you on another video. The joke goes, I gave my cat a bath the other day, and the cat seemed to like it okay. And, you know, it would have been okay for me too, except that the fur kept sticking to my tongue, you know. So that's what that reminds me of for some reason. All right. I think and what in the world is a piece of jasper from the ocean doing in variegated jasper, you know? That belongs with my future rock tumbling projects, not in my supplement thing. So we'll leave that out. Yeah, I think that will be about it, everybody. But I think that's more than enough, don't you? So, until next time, take care. Don't ASMR and drive, right? Bye-bye.